Victoria's Secret, but I have a few scents in rotation. Usually I will take it and apply it to this bath mitt that I got off of Yes Style. I really like it. I feel like it cleans me the way that I want to be cleaned. Like, what I don't like about a loofah that I like about this is that it feels like I'm being scrubbed and not just scratched, which is really nice. But usually I'll wet the bath mitt, I will apply the soap, and then I will scrub myself down, which is really nice when I come home from work and I come to film videos. So I would highly recommend getting one of these just because I feel so much cleaner after using it. Exfoliating body glow. Usually if I'm not using a body scrub, I will use this one that I got from Bath and Body Works. I got this one around Christmas time and I like it a lot because I feel like it leaves me kind of glowy, if that makes sense. I wish that they made more of these just because I like this so much. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out. Exfoliating body scrub. I like body scrubs. I love my body scrubs, but I don't like sugar body scrubs. I feel like if you don't wash them off properly, then you can just end up really sticky and gross. I like to put these exfoliating gloves on and then scoop up a handful and just like scrub myself from the shoulders down. My neck gets done with the rest of my facial skincare. Just because I feel like the skin's too sensitive for my like body care exfoliation. Um, but if y'all have any other non-sugar body scrubs you want to recommend, I would love to hear about them. Shaving cream. I don't shave my body very often, but if I feel like my exfoliating isn't getting underneath the hair, like I just don't feel like I'm clean enough, then I will shave if I so decide to. But when you do shave, always make sure that you're using something to layer your skin, like a shaving oil. I use the pomegranate and raspberry shaving cream from EOS, and I've liked it the few times that I've used it just because I don't shave like my legs and arms super often. But just I use a single blade metal razor to go with it. Exfoliating foot scrub. I am on my feet all day at work and I don't like the idea of having calloused feet. I like to take really good care of them and keep them pretty manicured. So just to like keep them relatively soft, to keep them from like cracking, I exfoliate my feet every time I shower or about 5 times a week. Cracked heel treatment. I bought this and a hand scrub in my previous video, and I said that I would tell you guys if I liked them, and I do a lot. My feet get so sore and so dry at times, so not even just after exfoliating, I apply this pretty regularly. Moisturizing. Typically after the shower, I will use a body cream first just to get a thick layer of moisture on. And then if it's during the day, I will reapply a lotion for a thinner but like equal layer of moisture, just because I feel like if you apply too much body cream, it starts to pill. If I'm going to bed, if it's at night, I will just apply a really good layer of body cream before I go to sleep so I don't dry out during the night. This also is a really good way for me to be able to layer my scents and fragrances so that it's not too much of one thing, because sometimes a really strong fragrance can be kind of weird before bed. Fragrance. Usually after everything, I like to just spritz on some body spray just to feel like I've completed a routine. I especially love the Bombshell Intense Body Mist from Victoria's Secret. I do own the proper perfume, which I like to wear during the day because it lasts like significantly longer. But just to feel like I've completed my routine, to feel good, to smell good, I like to just throw on a few spritzes of body spray. I own a plethora of body sprays and will probably make a few beauty things that are not technically skincare or makeup. day sunscreen. I love this stuff because I love wearing a full face of makeup, especially on a sunny day, but I don't love getting sunburned. So I love being able to just spray this over my face like a couple times every hour or so, and knowing that it's not going to mess up my makeup. The white cast is honestly not a problem because I already paint my face white, so this just works even better. I know that some setting sprays have sunscreen in them, but I just love a sheer sunscreen over top of my makeup. This bath mitt, I love this thing like to death because it cleans so much better than a washcloth. And I don't like loofahs. I feel like you can't wash loofahs. I have washed this thing in the washer with some towels and stuff, and it's like fine. I love how clean this makes me feel. I can just completely lather in soap and just scrub myself till the cows come home. This works so beautifully. I know I mentioned it in my shower routine video, but I cannot stop raving about how good this is. I recommend this to anybody I get a chance to. I just love these so much. While I did say that I hate loofahs, this is not a loofah. This is a drawstring machine washable pocket for a bar soap that has the texture of a loofah. But the best part is you can wash it. I can hang this out to dry and then wash it and put my bar soap back into it and just drawstring it close. This is like amazing, especially for travel because I can't bring liquid soaps on the plane, so having this and a bar soap is absolutely wonderful. I loved taking this on vacation and it works really well. If you like bar soaps and you need a way to use bar soaps that are not just with your hands, with a washcloth or with a regular loofah, you can get a pack of 3 of them for like $10 on Amazon. So I highly recommend this if you want to up just the bar soap routine. I really like this little face scrubber thing that I got off of YesStyle. It was like $3 and I really like it with my oil cleansers. I feel like a regular, thick cleanser works really nicely with just your hands, a little bit of water, and a microfiber cloth. But I feel like an oil cleanser doesn't cleanse or work into the skin that well with just my fingers. And I decided to just get a scrubber, and I like it a little bit better. I feel like it's more efficient. I wear a lot of makeup, and I use an oil cleanser to take it off. And I feel like this just does a lot more of a thorough job with working the cleanser in and taking off my makeup and cleaning my face of the days. Just, build up. Got this scalp scrubber at Walmart. It was like $4. If you grew up with thick, textured, or curly hair and use a lot of product, and you were actually taught how to take care of your hair, then you already know how amazing these are. I did not discover this until last year, and it has done so much for my hair growth, for my hair not getting super oily, just for making my scalp feel so clean. I use a crap ton of hair product when I style my hair because I style it for the week, and then when it's time to wash, trying to get all of it off my hair, out of my scalp, and just getting my scalp clean and giving my hair a chance to relax. I feel like my fingers and my nails just weren't doing enough, so having a scalp scrubber has been so helpful. I definitely think that regardless of hair texture or type, having something to truly clean your skin, a bristled mask applicator has been such a convenience to me. It is just something that I really appreciate having in my arsenal, especially with more liquidy masks, things like peel-off masks or the zombie pack that I showed in a recent short. It's just having a bristled applicator allows for something to go on so smoothly, unlike with a thicker mask texture like a clay mask. These grooved tweezers that come in every single toner pad kit are one of the most convenient items I have at my disposal, because with having really long acrylic nails, trying to pick up one toner pad without dropping it or accidentally grabbing 6 isn't which is the little tweezers that they come with, have quickly become one of my favorite little tools to use because they grab the one without dropping it. It's a really nice convenience, and I like, having it. From that, I feel like it's just a bit more sanitary that they made eyebrow razors, like specifically for the purpose of shaving your eyebrows, are one of the best things in the world. I very clearly do not have eyebrows. I like dragging my eyeshadow up and over where my eyebrow would be and trying to shave them off with a single blade metal razor or a multi blade plastic razor. Just always left like nicks and cuts, and it would irritate the skin. The multiple blades would like leave tiny little cuts that would bleed, and they would pimple and turn into acne up here, and it just wasn't fun, especially trying to shave them off before doing my makeup. It caused me so many issues, so I love having these things that just have a dedicated purpose of getting rid of my eyebrows. It's like one of the best things I have discovered since learning to do my makeup, honestly. Wrist cuff things, they always come with a matching headband. I don't really know what the actual name of them is, but I love having these. I love using them to wash my face because I don't love the water and the cleanser mix going down my elbows onto the floor. So just having these to catch the water and stuff, and then being able to use my hand exfoliant with these as well, again, so the water doesn't go down my elbows, doesn't get on the floor or on the counter. Again, just another really nice convenience that I definitely appreciate having when I do my skincare. Cloth face mask cover is one of my favorite self-care items. I love soaking it in really, really hot water and just laying with this on my face and just relaxing. Or when I indulge in a sheet mask, I love putting this on over so that I can wear my sheet mask and not have it moving around everywhere. So I love that this just keeps it in place and that it can be a really relaxing tool to use. So, just really nice to be able to just have it on. My beauty secrets. My bangs, you might have noticed, have been clipped up for the sake of not irritating me. Starting with hair, there are a few things that I like to do. Hair masks. I don't just apply a hair mask. I have a couple different hair masks that I like to use, but usually after I double shampoo, I apply a thicker hair mask to the lengths of my hair, any thinner one to the roots of my hair. Usually just because I don't condition my roots. They get oily pretty fast if I do. So I want to get the benefits of a hair mask, but I feel like if I use the thicker one all over, it's just not gonna do what I wanted to do. So I have 2-layer hair masks. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or if it has any negative side effects, but it's worked pretty well so far. I have a hair mix, hair blend, actually. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. So I start, usually I will oil my hair before I wash it, and I mix my hair, a blend of hair oils to get the right mixture for my hair. I mentioned this in my restock video, but what I will also do is use a hair lotion. This bottle is dying. I use hair lotion. I don't use a curl cream. I found them to flake. A few of the ones that I've used anyways. I haven't tried a lot of them, but I've tried about 4 or 5, and I've noticed that they flake specifically on my hair. I don't know why this is different, but it works the same way that curl creams work for other people. It works really well and keeps them relatively nice and shaped, and I do like applying it to the ends, specifically when it's a particularly rough wash day and I know that my hair's going to be super frizzy, so it does work really well. My foundation base, I love a stark, ghostly white, as you can tell. But the way that I get that very stark white is I use the LA Girl Pro Coverage in the white shade. And to get it a super bright white, I use the white mixing pigment. And then I top it with the white concealer, specifically in places where I'm going to be putting more product, around my eyes, around my lips, over where my eyebrows should be. Just because I find that it gives me the best coverage, the most, full coverage look. It doesn't really let any color from my skin peek through. It's a really stark clown white, and I love it. That is, my best base routine for a good, just a completely white base. Up next is blush. I love a really thick liquid blush, but sometimes I don't want it to be super pink, so usually I'll just take my pink blush covered sponge and put it all over my eyeliner. It works though, it does, because it makes my blush really glittery, and it just already highlights my cheeks, which usually is the goal. I've given up on trying to keep this clean. It's pink now. It's pink now. But it has worked out really well because I love a completely painted, dull face, and having the really dark blush on top, the blended light pink blush under my eyes with the highlight, just pulls the whole makeup look together for me. So, I just kept doing it. It started completely by accident, so now it's just completely cemented itself into my routine. For anybody wondering what this is, it is the She Glam Lunar Highlighter. So, a little spaceship. These, marshmallow sponges. I got these off Yes Style. I got a set of 2, and I love these, big, squishy ones that are kind of like a powder puff. How I apply my foundation. I don't know. I haven't seen any videos of people doing this, but I apply the product either. I apply the product to the sponge, I pump it on the sponge, and then I paint it around, and then I blend it in, and I do 5 or 6 layers, foundation and stuff like that. I don't know if that would technically be considered sacrilegious, because you apply with a brush and you blend with a sponge. You don't brush and then blend with a sponge. It sounds so dumb, but in my head somebody's going to be calling sacrilege on me for how I apply my foundation. Washing. I mentioned this in, I think, my shower routine video, but I exfoliate 2 or 3 times. I do this once or twice a week. But I start with this exfoliating bath mitt, and I'll use some kind of shower gel or soap, and I go in and I wet the bath mitt, I apply the soap, I turn the water off, and scrub every inch of skin that can be scrubbed about shoulders down. You don't want to have this kind of harsh texture on your neck or your face, or really delicate areas. And then after that, I typically just scrub and scrub. After that, I go in with a pair of exfoliating gloves and an exfoliating scrub or product, and then I scrub again, everything from shoulders down, and then for a 3rd time, usually with just a wet, clean bath mitt, I'll go in and wash or get off anything that I might have missed when rinsing, just because I find this gets me the cleanest. It's been helping significantly with skin texture, because I've been scraping it off. And honestly, just body acne in general, keeping the surface as clean and exfoliated and sanded down as possible. After that, usually I will go in with some kind of body serum, and then I will both use either a hyaluronic acid lotion or a retinol body lotion just to kind of bring balance and moisture back into my skin. Usually, I will layer my products, body serum, body oil, and then lotion. If I absolutely need to, I'll put a body butter on top of it, just with the thickest layer on top to keep the moisture locked in, because I don't want to dry out, or that kind of just completely undoes all of the work that I just did, scrubbing off all of my skin texture. If you have sensitive skin, do not try that at all, under any circumstances. I can hear the dermatologist now yelling at me for basically exfoliating 3 times. I love a good sheet mask, but these product ones specifically, they are like one of my favorites, but they come with so much juice that I will kind of just mix the extra with a sensitive skin unscented lotion, just because I don't think that you should be mixing a ton of fragrance with your skincare ingredients. I'll either do that or a retinol oil. I did not love this on my face, but I've been loving it as a body oil, specifically mixed in with a pretty decent amount of just like plain unscented regular lotion, just like mixing a couple drops of this in. It's been doing a lot for my acne scars that I have on like my arms and my legs, and honestly kind of helping a little bit with some of the scarring that I have there as well. Important things to know about hygiene. First up is washing. Everything I say after this is going to be rendered useless if you don't wash properly. Now, let's start in a good body wash. It can be unscented, it can be scented. I know some girls like to do an unscented body wash and then a scented body wash to layer. You can do either, but you need to wash properly. Bath mitt. If you don't have one, and you have the means to get one, get one. This will clean you like nothing else. The order that you wash in is also incredibly important. Don't start from the bottom and work your way up. Just don't start from the top. You're going to start with your shoulders. Don't use this anywhere above the neck. It is too coarse for that delicate skin. You're going to start shoulders and work your way down, go around your arms and your elbows. Every single flap and crevice must be lifted and cleansed thoroughly. You're going to work your way down. You're going to go around behind your knees, the bottoms of your feet, the back, like your lower back, and under your arms. I cannot stress enough, you need to wash under your arms. If you wear a lot of deodorant, you wear a lot of lotion, or you just move a lot, you sweat a lot, you need to wash under your arms regularly, or any deodorant, perfume, lotion you put on top of that isn't going to work as well. You can't cover up a smell only so long. You need to wash correctly and get rid of the source. Exfoliating. You need to be exfoliating regularly because sweat and dirt and dead skin cells layer up and they make you smell and they keep you dirty. You need to be exfoliating once a week. Bare minimum is what I do. Sometimes twice a week if I feel like I've done too much and I just need the cleanse. But like once a week minimum should be fine. A good exfoliant. I hate sugar scrubs on the body. I hate it. I would shout it from the rooftops. I hate it. But a good body scrub, a good face scent is really good. But you can't just put that on your hands and expect that to work wonders. You need some exfoliating gloves. Put them on your hands and get them, some nice warm water. Scoop up some exfoliant and scrub. Like I said previously, shoulders down every crevice to your ankles and exfoliate your feet too. I know they're dirty. Exfoliate them.
And every single flap, crevice, anything that hangs over that creates a place for dirt and sweat to build. You need to be lifting and washing there as well. It's not negotiable. Wash correctly. Everything I say is going to be followed up with make sure you're washing correctly. When you exfoliate more delicate areas like the skin behind your knee, you don't have to scrub it aggressively, just scrub gently, specifically with more delicate areas. And for the love of God, don't scrub there. Deodorant. If you sweat the most minuscule amounts, you don't need to keep watching this. You already have some that works for you. But the rest of the population, use Old Spice. Use a men's deodorant. That stuff is strong. Get a spray deodorant because I feel like a stick just collects and grows bacteria. I feel like it's not sanitary. I could very well be wrong. I just feel like it's not. It's like washing your makeup brushes. There's only so long that you can ignore not cleaning it. But I don't want to cut the top off because I feel like that wastes. So spray deodorant. It's very good. I like the cherries and of the Old Spice spray deodorant. This is one of the best deodorants. I apply it twice a day, and I feel basically really covered. Um, I know that to a lot of people, I've had a lot of people call me the best smelling person they know, which is a compliment for a very, very sweaty girl. I sweat in everything all the time. There's nothing that can fix it. But this does help. This helps a lot. Helps so much. Have a really good deodorant. Have a spray deodorant. And honestly, I just recommend men's deodorant in general because it's so much stronger. Aftershave serums and body oils. I know a lot of girls shave because hair will smell, and if you feel like that's gonna help you smell better, then one is going to shave. But this is when you start to layer your scent. This is when you start to build, a really good, just smell good. Smell good. So I start with a body serum right after I shave. I love this vanilla scented one. It's really nice. You need to make sure that your scents are cohesive, that they're layerable. Vanilla can be layered with literally anything because it's such a level one, compatible with just about everything. Plain scent. After that is when you're going to introduce your body oil. Not only is this really good for hydration, keeping you from drying out, it's also another chance to layer part of your scents. You don't need a scented body oil, but I use a scented body oil at the moment. I'm using this one from Victoria's Secret. It is amber and rose, but it layers over the vanilla because the vanilla isn't too distinct. It's pretty light. Now for lotion. You don't need to use a scented lotion, but you can use a scented lotion. A lot of my lotions are very heavily fragranced. I start with a really good layer on every single limb up to about the collarbone where the base of my neck is. I don't apply fragrance products to that area just because that's really delicate skin. It's pretty sensitive. I don't want to irritate it. Fragrances can be really strong, so the thicker skin just about everywhere else is fine. A good scented lotion just everywhere, really build up your fragrances. And you've had the scented body serum, the scented body oil, and now for the lotion or body cream on top. Locks in hydration and it helps to continue to build that scent, that, really smell good scent. Again, make sure your scents are cohesive. This one is not with the amber rose, but it's the first one that I had out. Body spray. Body spray and perfume are two very different things. Body spray has a significantly lighter concentration. So I like to layer this on top of my lotion and under my perfume. This can be reapplied whenever, how much to your heart's content, just whatever. However, this isn't going to last nearly as long as an actual perfume. An actual perfume is going to be stronger, last longer, and have a higher concentration of fragrance and scent, and it's going to be a lot stronger, and it's going to cover up more.